one of the traditions at workshop that I really like is meeting the New Jersey State Teacher of the Year. Here for our Teacher of the Year in 2018, and I just forgot how to say her name. I got nervous.
Jennifer Skomial.
Jennifer Skomial. See, I got really nervous on that one. So Jennifer, you're a teacher at the Morris County School of Technology,
Yes.
County Vocational School, and you're a CTE teacher, but you're like paying it forward. You're teaching students.
So I get to teach future educators. So my students want to be teachers, social workers, psychologists, and everything in between, basically.
Now, you always wanted to be a teacher, right?
Absolutely. Since first grade, Mrs. Lombardi, she inspired me to become a teacher. She was so enthusiastic and passionate, and I couldn't imagine doing anything else. But I never thought I would be teaching the future educators. So that, I was an English teacher, and that was great. I got to teach, but the students were not always enthusiastic about being in an English classroom. Now, when they select they want to be in this academy because they know what they want to do, it's amazing.
And how long have you been doing it?
So this is my 6th year in this program, and that was because my former teacher retired, and so there was a job opening. But prior to that, I was reading essays for my students in English, and they were talking about this program. And I had thought, I wonder, what certifications do I need to teach a CTE program? And I wonder, what her future plans are. And it was weeks later that they came to me and said, oh, you might want to look into this. Your former teacher's retiring. So it was like a dream.
Now,
a total dream.
First of all, being selected to State Teacher of the Year is a pretty big honor. There's a lot of good teachers out there. So how did you feel when you got selected to be County Teacher of the Year and then State Teacher of the Year?
So I want to start by saying, because I know that there are people who think, oh, so she's the best there is in the state. No, I am representing all of the amazing teachers in New Jersey, and I'm so blessed to be among them. And in fact, all of the former state teachers have all reached out already the last several years, and they've given me their well wishes and their tips and tricks for all of the different things I'll get to experience this year. But when I was awarded county teacher, I was 9 months pregnant, and it was my last day before maternity leave. So I thought I was going into labor when they all walked in and they started celebrating. This isn't happening. They said, you better sit down, So that was really exciting. Then I had my 3rd daughter, and in August I found out, oh, you're a finalist for State Teacher of the Year. So I had to actually fly back from Texas. We were on family vacation, and there was just no way around it. So I flew back. I left my children with Grandma in Texas, flew back, did the interview and the presentation, and then I found out in October.
And for those who don't know, it's a pretty intense process to be selected. You have to interview,
It was.
I believe, do you have to do a video or anything?
Okay, so after county was awarded, there was a packet, you have to fill out questions and essays, and you have to submit a video, but I was on maternity leave. So I worked it out with the teacher who was in for me, and I said, so guess what? I'm going to come back in a few weeks, and I want my class back. I want to teach them a lesson on special education that I hadn't gotten to yet. So I was able to do a mock IEP meeting, and all the students take a different role in the process. So one might be a guidance counselor, a parent, a student, the special education teacher, and we sit down and we run through an actual IEP. So we videotaped that, and then when it came to the process for being one of the 6, that was a short presentation on, we talked about data and how data is collected and how it's used in a classroom. And then I had a 9-panel interview process.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now you'll be the face. I think you put it good. You're the face of all the teachers for 1 year.
Yes.
And it's a good face because it's very exciting.
They
it's
get
passionate.
this
Mrs. Lombardi would be very proud.
I'm so excited for her, yes. I just sent her a package actually with a couple of clippings from the newspaper and a card just telling her how, the last time I think I reached out to her was for my college essay, and I sent her a copy of it because of course I wrote all about her. And I said, I think it's been a few years since I reached out, but I wanted to show you and tell you what's been going on.
I can't
means a lot wait to hear from her. I'm so excited.
One final thing. What's the advice you give to your students about being a teacher that they need to have?
So I think that a lot of them get really hung up on, I want to teach 2nd grade, I want to teach 6th grade science, and I tell them that you have to make yourself diversible, and you have to realize, diversified, you have to realize that you may not go in for the 2nd grade job and get it. They might say, you'd be a really great fit for 4th grade, or they might say, oh, you know what, we have an idea for you to be somewhere else, and I tell them you have to be flexible, and I want them to keep an open mind with everything, keep an open mind. You might go in thinking, I only want this position, and you don't realize something better could be on the horizon.
Okay. I think you'd be a great representative of the teachers
Thank you.
in New
I
Jersey.
appreciate that.
Jennifer Skomial, New Jersey State Teacher of the Year 2018.